So I thought that PlayStation Showcase was pretty good. And not because of the PlayStation exclusives, but because of all games that are coming to other platforms too. Let's look into this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So yesterday's PlayStation Showcase was pretty good in my opinion, and I understand that there's a lot of PlayStation fans that feel frustrated and disappointed with this show because I've seen quite a lot of hype before the show and some crazy rumors, and this is why I don't necessarily believe all the rumors that are out there. I mean, I get it, there's leaks like the one about Metal Gear Solid, for example, from Jez Corden and a couple of other people, Insider Gaming, for example. So there are some websites, some sources, some people that know their stuff, and I do go with these information. But like some crazy stuff I've seen on Twitter and other social media, like guys, like learn your lesson. Don't believe everyone in everything, because that's why you get disappointed later when things are not get delivered the way you expect, based on these fake rumors and leaks, right? But anyway, so I understand why the PlayStation fan base may be disappointed, because they were all expecting, a lot of like big AAA games from PlayStation first party, new projects from Santa Monica, and all these big studios, I guess, Naughty Dog and Guerrilla Games, etc., etc. But the fact of the matter is that these studios are tied with, they kind of like starting new projects, I guess, right now. So it would be way too early to announce them. Like Santa Monica Studios just finished God of War. I guess, people were expecting Death Stranding too. So I guess there's a couple of projects that have been in development for a while, but looks like they are nowhere near to be ready and to be shown, right? So it is what it is. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to watch what Sony is going to bring to the table in 2024, because based on that show, not much. I mean, unless they've got some hidden project somewhere, who knows? But anyway, obviously, Sony and PlayStation is trying to mix things up a little bit. There were some first-party games shown, so it's not like there wasn't any first-party content. There was this new game by Bungie, Marathon, and there was a new game from Firesprite, I think this new studio is called. New project from Haven, obviously Spider-Man 2. There was this ninja kind of game. So there were a couple of games that I find interesting, at least. But I understand that not all these games going to cater to a typical PlayStation fan base, if you know what I mean. So like there wasn't really many single player over the shoulder kind of story driven kind of games shown there, except maybe Spider-Man 2 and maybe that ninja kind of game, right? Because looks like Sony and PlayStation are trying to mix things up right now. So they want to deliver both the single player experiences, but also games as service. And I guess like we will have to wait and see, right, if they can actually deliver that. And on top of that, there was a lot of CGI trailers, right? So it's really difficult to be hyped about these CGI trailers especially in the case of new IPs, because you don't really know what to expect, right? But anyway, people are disappointed, but it is what it is. But like I said at the very beginning, there was actually a lot of games, multi-platform games that are coming to Xbox and PC too. So that actually got me really excited. And there's some very interesting titles. And funny enough, this is actually what Xbox Twitter account tweeted out literally minutes after the show. And they said that all these games are coming to Xbox too. Obviously, if they are coming to Xbox, they are coming to PC too. And, obviously looking at the list over here, we've got Immortals of the Aivum. I'm not sure how I should pronounce it. And this is this magic kind of FPS shooter, which kind of looks cool, to be honest with you. I like the way it looks. They did show a little bit of gameplay, and it looks interesting. Ghost Runner 2, I haven't really played the first one, so I can't really judge, but apparently the first one was actually a pretty good game. Marathon, so this is an interesting one, because this is a new game by Bungie, not necessarily new IP, because Marathon, for those of you that don't know, it's not a new IP. Marathon was actually a series of games that Bungie worked on. Not worked on, they actually delivered. They published these games. They made these games before they started working on Halo, so these are FPS shooters and that kind of stuff. But this is going to be a bit different because there was a single player. The previous ones were single player games with online component, while this one is going to be a PvP kind of game. So I'm not sure how that's going to go really, but hey, it's a new game by Bungie, and this is going to be multi-platform as well. So it looks like Bungie sticks to their guns, and what they said that all their future games will be multi-platform too. Metal Gear Solid Delta, I think it's called, Snake Eater. So this is a remake, of course, and there's been quite a lot of rumors and leaks about this game prior to the show, and yeah, it's coming to Xbox and PC, and there's going to be that a collection of 5 games actually, really, which is coming this year. But Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater remake, we don't really know when it's coming out, so we will have to wait. Dragon's Dogma 2, another great game, coming to Xbox and PC too. Alan Wake, this is an RPG, by the way, if you haven't played this. It's everywhere, really, on Xbox, PC, PlayStation. You can give it a try. Alan Wake 2, so a sequel to a very well-made Alan Wake. I actually can't wait to play this game. This game is coming this year in October, so I can't wait to play this game too. There's some other smaller titles like Teardown or The Plunky Square. I don't know. Neva, Cat Quest, Cat Quest, and the Talos Principle, a sequel to the Talos Principle 2, so a sequel to the actually pretty successful game, I think, and that was actually a pretty cool game. I never played it really, but I've seen reviews and stuff. People were praising the original game, but this is more like a walking simulator kind of game. Puzzles and that kind of stuff, I think. So yeah, it's not fair for everyone, I guess, but story apparently is pretty good, so I need to get into the first game too. And of course, Assassin's Creed Mirage. So this game is going back to its roots, so it's going to be more stealth-like, less open world. I'm not saying it's going. I don't even know if it's going to be open world, but I think it's going to be focusing more on stealth elements rather than and what assassins really should be doing. So stealth kills rather than just exploring the world and that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that goes. The game looks good. It's still a cross-gen title, so that's interesting. 3 years in, and they are still delivering these games. The game looks good, but not necessarily like next gen good, of course, but hey, it's a cross-gen title, so still coming to PlayStation 4. Not sure ever about Xbox One, but I would imagine so. So yeah, guys, so all these games were shown during the PlayStation event, and they are all coming to Xbox and PC at some point in the future. Obviously, the biggest ones are Marathon, Metal Gear Solid, Dragon's Dogma, Alan Wake, Assassin's Creed Mirage. So yeah, some big titles. So that's why for me this show was pretty good. I'm not saying like if I were to score it, I would score it at like 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10, something like that. But I'm looking at it from Xbox PC kind of gamer perspective. So I get why PlayStation Nation, PlayStation fans are mad at Sony for focusing on multi-platform games and not really first-party content. yeah, I mean, it is what it is, guys. There were some sections about VR. Obviously, they have to sell VR. People were expecting Half-Life Alex to be shown. That didn't happen. People did ask for that Naughty Dog multiplayer game, Fraction on factions. I don't know. Either way, the Last of Us multiplayer kind of game, and some other titles. Like there were some crazy rumors, but yeah, it is what it is, guys. Like the show was actually pretty good, straight to the point. I did not like, the only thing that I did not really like was the CGIs. But the thing is that these games that are being created by these new studios like Haven, Fire Sprite, I think they called, Bungie, I guess, Marathon. So these are all new titles. So I guess it's fine to show CGI first, and then hopefully in later shows they will be showing some gameplay. But the thing is that if they announced it right, I guess it's easier to make a online multiplayer kind of only game. So I think that's what these games are all about. They're more about online kind of games as service. So I guess these are easier to make. But anyway, we will have to wait and see. We have to see the gameplay first and learn more about these details. So I'm sure that we will learn more. But hey, I'm super hyped about some of these games shown over here. So like I said, Alan Wake this year, Assassin's Creed Mirage. That's going to be a nice, a refreshing kind of game, I guess, because after Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla being these big open world games, they are going back to the roots. So that may be a good way to kind of get into Assassin's Creed again. Metal Gear Solid, cool, but it's not this year. Immortals, I think this game is coming this year, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, for whatever reason, like I've seen October a lot, so looks like October is going to be packed with a lot of games. So I guess that's good. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.